Well, today I think there's a preoccupation with the purely utilitarian. And experiences like Karate-Do go beyond just the science of self-defense. So people oftentimes from afar look at karate and they say, well, this will or will not maybe work in a self-defense situation. But I would say you're missing the point, that the training is actually goes beyond that. It's Karate-Do. And just like, say, Shado, the way of tea, most people would recognize that that's not simply about quenching your thirst, but there's something more to be learned there. I would say in my experience, 50 years now, that, and watching many students, that it's about sort of finding the potential of the individual. I would actually argue that that is, doesn't even have any relevance to somebody else. It's about reinventing yourself. I think that was the message of the founder, that as you find epiphany in technique, you use that as a metaphor to find epiphany in spirit. So it's almost like, how do you study something? How do you find insight? I would then argue that if that's the case, then if you can live your life fully, that is self-defense. And I think that was the message of Funakashi Sensei.
Yeah, so ultimately, it's really a type of body intelligence that manifests in principle. So how I, for example, carry my frame has an effect on how I'm connecting with the moment. So most people would recognize that having your spine straight and your shoulders down has greater conductivity than, say, a state of trepidation or hunkered down with fear or self-consciousness. So you always kind of operate on that platform. Then technique is really not generated from the extremity. The technique wants to be always Hotton supported. So this is really the message, and this becomes the messenger. So whatever you're doing, kicking as well, wants to always be kind of coming out of the center. Everything Hotton supported. And you can feel that. Just keep your body relaxed. How do I manifest the technique from that place? Then I would say you want to have a kinetic chain. So when I strike, I want to feel a resonance from the sole of my foot, say, into the apex of whatever movement. But it's almost like a resonating line or wave that's happening inside the shape. So I'm not punching with my arm, but I'm punching with that sort of connection to the ground feeling. Whole body action. And I think in order to feel those things, you get to it by studying the form, but at some point you have to liberate yourself from the form and just have the idea that your intention is driving energy, but that the principles are still demonstrated.